This is the first time I've live streamed.
Awesome.
Man, my nose looks huge from this angle.
It's okay, mine too. Big noses. Both of us.
Yeah. Man, I swear to God, it looks straight up Jewish.
No, I get those comments all the time. Jew, Jew. They literally say Jew, put the nose emoji.
Yeah, they're obsessed with Jews. It's insane. Man, if they would have fit right in with Nazi Germany, huh?
Yeah.
So, so you got any questions for me, or you want to wait
Well, let's
until
wait for some people to join in. But I mean, you can talk about your family. You can talk about where you're from, just so people know a little bit about you. If you want to start this off with some things like that.
Okay. Well, hello everyone. My name is Sam. I'm 22. I currently live in Australia, Sydney. Beautiful beaches over here. But I'm Persian by blood, Iranian, the same thing. I got family in Iran. Currently under bombardment. But for the most part, we're happy about it, I've got to say. Even my family in Iran is happy about it. Like, because most of the places that are being bombed is what do you call it? Regime headquarters. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's something called the Basiji in Iran. It's like a paramilitary force that serves only the supreme leader, and it's places like that that are being bombed by Israel and America. So we're really happy about it. Someone just wrote down big nose.
I knew that was coming. I don't know who they're talking about. Me.
I knew it. Is it really that noticeable?
Who knows at this point? He's going to say both of us probably in 2 seconds. But yeah, I have a friend that I met in Spain. I know a couple Iranians that I met in Spain. And I wanted to get them on the channel, but they quite frequently visit Iran. So, like, you know, they're worried about their passports
they might get
canceled, or they're worried about the regime doing shit to
torturing
them, or problems with the regime, or canceling their passport, stuff like that. But I really wanted to get them on the show. They really wanted to talk. Someone commented, "Long live Persia." Yeah, absolutely. But you know, the regime isn't the best right now.
That's a sugar-coated way of saying it. It's the worst. One of the worst. Somebody wrote down, "Would you want the Shah back?" Hell yeah, I want the Shah back. Hell yeah, I want the Shah back. Man, like if you ask me personally, I don't know what. I know that the majority of Iranians, especially outside of Iran and inside of Iran, want the Shah back. The Shah, for those of you who don't know, is like the king. You know how like Russia calls their king the Tsar? Yeah, it's pretty much our way of saying, you know, king. So anyway, yeah, we would love the Shah back. Where was I going with this? We would love for the Shah to come back. Oh yeah, and although the majority of us, both inside and outside of Iran, want the Shah to come back, what that would look like, we are not 100% sure. Whether it's going to be a constitutional monarchy, like what Britain has. You know, they have monarchs. I always say monarchs wrong. Monarchs. Say it with me. Monarchs.
Monarchs.
I don't know how to say it. I always fuck it up. But anyway, I don't know if we all agree that it should be either a constitutional monarchy or a full-blown monarchy where the king has all the power. But one thing that we all agree on is that the Shah needs to come back. That this regime has to go kaput.
Someone commented, a constitutional monarchy is basically a republic with the figurehead. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate, from what I know at least.
Pretty much, yeah. It constitutes. And another advantage of royals, like they set an example for the citizens. And another advantage of the royals is that they're the first target of, you know, communist cunts and shit. Oh wait, can I say cunts here? I don't know.
You can say whatever you want.
Okay. Is audio breaking up? I don't know if audio is coming through here.
It sounds good for me. But just for a second, it broke up like a minute or two ago, but it's fine. Can you
Got
hear
it.
us now, Mr. Tom Pepin TV? Audio is cutting for me. 2 people said that, but it sounds fine on my end.
Yeah, if it keeps happening, guys, just write it down. Keep writing it down in the chat.
How is it
We'll do
sounding
something
now?
about it.
What does yes mean? Let us know. I think it means it's okay now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, shoot it down in the chat. I'll answer them. You too. Yeah, get this going. But
I have
yeah,
one
we
friend
all agree
that's in
that Shah needs to
Iran.
come back.
Sorry, continue.
No. That's all I wanted to say. No, go ahead.
I have one friend that's in Iran right now. She's a little bit scared. I mean, she's a woman, but she living in the capital of Tehran. I think that's how you say it. She's a little bit scared about the whole situation, but she left the capital, and of course, she hates the regime and she hates the oppression, especially of women specifically. But yeah, she's a little bit scared of the whole situation. But of course, she hates the government, and
Everyone
most
does.
people agree that the regime is horrible. But I actually had a liberal on here the other day. He's like arguing like a big Democrat liberal. I mean, I guess he says he didn't vote for Joe Biden or Harris, but he was arguing ridiculousness. I mean, I'm not even going to get into the type of stuff he said, but first he said that one thing he said about Iran was, "Oh, prove that the people are against the regime. Prove that they're against." I don't know any groups. He's like, I don't know one protesting group or anything about protesters or any groups fighting against the government. Like, that was the biggest sack of shit claim I've ever really heard. Like, that, not only is that just false, it's really like a negative connotation of the people in general and what they think of the government. Yeah. I can hear you. You're lagging a little bit, but they're all commenting no sound, frozen, lagging. I mean, can you hear him, guys? I can hear him pretty good. But you can say that one more time for the people in the back, as they say. One more time for the people in the back, because that was a great point that you brought up. I've heard that from other Iranians. Obviously, he's the Iranian one. I mean, I don't look Iranian, but maybe you've never seen a person if that's Persian before, or I don't know.
So, idiots who say that there is no Iranians that hate the regime, they're total morons. They're brainwashed by what's this idiot streamer called, Hassan Piker, that terrorist-loving piece of shit. They're they're the type of people that always watch him or the Young Turks. No, trust me, from an Iranian, the majority of us hate the regime. We want to do to him what the Italians did to Mussolini. Turn his face into an inside-out watermelon. Spit on his corpse. Set him on fire. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, we get a little bit too radical. Sometimes I feel like his whole family needs to suffer for what he's done. But then I remind myself that, okay, if we punish his family, okay, then we're no better than Khamenei himself. You know what I mean? I would have become the very thing that I'm fighting against, injustice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, someone said the prime leader. That's the prime leader. What is he called again?
Yeah.
What's the word for him?
The supreme leader,
Supreme leader. Yeah.
Khamenei. Yeah, that son of a bitch.
And then
For
talk
people who
about
don't
that girl
know.
again that you were saying about her hair sticking out in the burqa.
Oh yeah. Uh, I'm pretty sure the burqa is the things that Afghanis wear that make them
The
with like
hijab.
just spooky ghosts. Yeah, hijab. Maybe I'm getting that wrong. I don't know. I'm not a Muslim myself, but regarding Masa Amini, she had a little bit of hair out, and I guess it was too much for the morality police to handle. And they beat her to death. There's pictures of her in the hospital. There was giant protests against this, a massive protest movement. And this isn't the first time we've tried to we've tried to revolt against this unjust regime. We've done it plenty of times, but unfortunately, not many has been successful. Well, none of them have been successful.
This guy is such
Um,
an ignorant
yeah.
Democrat. He said, "Speak Arabic." Persians don't speak Arabic, idiot. Jesus
Nah,
Christ.
either he's joking or he's just trying to be a douche.
He's a
Either
big
way, just
douche.
ignore him. Ignore him. Better if you discuss this in Arabic. How about that? That's Arabic. There you go. Are you sick with the flute? No. Wait,
They want to hear
me
about the
or
bombing. I know we already asked you about it, but speak a little bit more about the bombing if you can and what your thoughts are about. Talk about first
we
what you think about
Iranians are
Israel,
cheering?
then talk about what you think
Love
about the
Israel.
US bombing them.
I love Israel. I fucking love Israel. BB, I'm kind of sometimes 50-50 on because I hear some, controversial stuff in his own country. Thanks for the informative content. This is gold right
Thank you,
here.
Sam.
More people
Much
need.
appreciated.
Mwah! Yes, I agree. I agree. What was I saying? Help me out here. What was I saying?
Oh, you were talking about the bombing. You were talking about Bibi. I asked you what you thought about Israel bombing them. I want to hear both perspectives. What you think about Israel bombing them, and what you think about the U.S. bombing them.
Okay. Israel bombing them, we all love it. We all love it. America bombing them, we all fucking love it. I just want to clarify. We Iranians, we don't like a land invasion. Okay, we don't support that. No. But we do support bombs falling on our regime. A land invasion, we're afraid it might turn out like uh, well, we want control over our own destinies, and we fear that shit might go south very fast.
Yeah, like World War III or something. Sorry, you're cutting out again. Give it a second. Give it a second. Okay. Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit, but I'll let you know if it gets better. Still cutting out a little bit. Try your data. Yeah, maybe that'll help. Disconnect from the Wi-Fi. Maybe try your data. That'd be a little bit better. I have no clue if it consumes a lot.
Who cares? Let's do this. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, we are super happy about the bombings because they're not targeting Iranians. They're not targeting the Iranian people. They're targeting the Iranian regime. Now, sure, this is a war. There will be collateral damage. It's inevitable. Civilians will get caught up in the crossfire. But that's war. It's inevitable. And besides, this regime has to go. Whether it happens through revolution or war, people will die. Innocent people will die. Okay, so it's better to just rip off the band-aid quickly. You know what I mean? Don't do it slowly and then get afraid and then put the band-aid back on and then wait again and you know what I mean? No, just rip it off, kill it.
Said that that they didn't violate the ceasefire. Like, oh, where else did the rocket? Where did the ballistic rockets that just hit Israel come from? Then please tell us, Iran. You have an explanation? Like, I guess they think we're stupid. I don't even know why they would say they didn't do it. It really doesn't make too much sense.
I didn't, to be honest. I just recently started hearing about the ceasefire stuff. I didn't pay attention to it like all day because when I first heard about the weapon, sorry, I was reading something. When I first heard about the ceasefire, I was really disappointed personally. Like really disappointed. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, this is gonna this amounted to nothing. But Now that I hear from you, I just heard from now, from what you just told me, the ceasefire has been broken. I'm ecstatic about it. It means that more bombings.
Question says, what do you think should happen or will happen now that Iran has broken the ceasefire?
The Shah, like communicate with him a lot. See if he's prepared. See, it was. I don't know if you know this. Yesterday, he had a news conference, a couple of hours long, and he discussed um, how he's putting plans in place. He's getting into contact with people inside Iran. He's. It sounded like he was just beginning to organize this, revolution, this uprising, because I feel like there is an uprising really, happening in the background. But America needs to contact the Shah, communicate with him, cooperate with him, see if he's ready. And once the Shah is ready, his supporters are ready. Once uh, everyone that supports the Shah is ready, then America goes in, kills Khamenei, and then the regime collapses, and then the Shah can quickly uh, fill that power vacuum and bring stability back to the region.
Very interesting. Everyone hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't. Someone asked, what will happen? The countries who have hidden the nuclear programs are going to accelerate it. Well, I think we pretty much destroyed their nuclear programs, the United States has at least, but who knows? Maybe they still have some secret facilities. And also, I don't know if you heard about this, but some other countries talked about possibly giving Iran nuclear capabilities themselves. Like North Korea, I think, said that they would do it, which I think is dumb and ridiculous. North Korea can't even launch a rocket themselves, so how are they going to give another country nuclear powers?
I gotta say, I heard Russia float this idea about, and it pissed me off. Okay, but it didn't piss me off that much because I know that it's most likely not going to happen. Um, uh, this is just Russia talking out of their ass, like they usually do. But what do you call it? Yeah. Uh, since they're saying, "Hey, we might give Iran a nuke," how about the U.S. Says, "Hey, we might give Ukraine a nuke"? Then you know what I mean? Uh, give them a taste of their own medicine. You know what I mean? Like give them something to fear about. Then they won't dare cross that line. And when it comes to North Korea, I didn't actually think of that. There's a lot of ways to counteract that. Counteract North Korea, though. They're a bunch of fucktards too. But I'm sure South Korea would be more than willing to do something about it. And yeah,
I mean, obviously, someone commented that, but obviously we have Israel involved in the situation a little bit as well, and maybe we should just keep it limited to who gets involved, because the more people that escalate and get involved in this situation, the more likely it's break out to World War III. So I mean, I think the USA and Israel can handle the situation, but once again, like at first, I was not really liking what Trump did about attacking. To be honest, I mean, I support Trump obviously, but I wasn't really liking him attacking Iran first, and I wasn't really liking Israel attacking them first. Huh? Well, because I don't want war to escalate. I don't want World War III to escalate. But now my feelings changed. My feelings changed a little bit because now I see that no Iranians died when we attacked their nuclear facilities. Also, when they attacked our military base, everyone was evacuated and no U.S. soldiers died. So there's very, very, very limited casualties in this whole conflict right now, but I'm definitely interested to see where it goes. When I saw the ceasefire, I thought it was over, but then like an hour ago, when I started live streaming, someone said, "Oh, it's still going. They just shot a rocket into Israel," and I didn't believe them at first. I thought it was like a Democrat trolling me because all the Democrats were saying yesterday, "Oh, I don't believe a ceasefire. I don't believe a ceasefire." Then Iranian television said late last night, early this morning, that it's official that there is a ceasefire, and then like an hour or two later they shot a rocket. But someone drop us a super chat, let me know where you guys are coming from, hit the like and subscribe button.
let me just say, To all the lefties in the chat, go fuck yourselves. Like, you're not even lefties. Don't even call yourself a lefty. Lefties aren't as insane as you. You're fucking far left communists, socialists. You're deranged. So go fuck yourselves. The idiots that say free Palestine, yeah, free it from Hamas. Yeah, free it from Hamas. I just wanted to get that out there. All those overgrown cockroaches have no right to speak for me. I see them in the comment section of left-leaning news outlets, and they're all defending the Iranian regime, and it boils my blood. So I just wanted to say, you're all overgrown cockroaches. You're not gonna beat the West. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
see what
like
they're gonna
all these
write.
lefties, all of a sudden, they were saying free Palestine. Now they're all just supporting the Iranian regime. Like, they're all supporting and saying, oh, we got to protect the regime. We got to protect it. You guys want to protect the government that kills people just for being gay or kills women just for their hair sticking out of their burqa? You want to kill them just because they violate slight things in religious law that are very, very minimum? You want them to let them do that? Is that what the liberals stand for? I thought they were all LGBTQ. It's ridiculous. Someone drop us a super chat, ask us some questions, let us know.
They're fucking evil. You know what's funny? These far lefties, they defend the... what the hell happened? Everything just turned off and... oh, never mind. These far left lunatics, these far left communists, they defend the Iranian regime. But just so you know, back in 1979, when the revolution was, really picking up, it was the Islamists and the communists working together to overthrow the Shah, yeah? When the Islamists came to power, they killed all the Iranian communists, purged the entire country of Iranian communists. So I find it really hysterical that these lunatics in the West, these lunatic communists in the West, are standing with the regime. In fact, there is this one jackass group that's called Code Pink. They operate in the United States, and they are literally paid by China to what do you call it? Oh, I'll search it up right now. They're paid by China to push their agenda, their communist agenda. And
we got some more
some of them
Iranians in chat. They're questioning. They're like, sorry to interrupt you, but they're like, Code Pink? Yeah, it sounds pretty LGBTQ to me. I don't have anything wrong with gay people, but I just think it's funny when they support radical Islamic governments.
It's insane. How do I flip the camera?
The button that goes 2 arrows, yeah, like that. You did it. Code Pink. Yeah, I see it. Code Pink.
YouTube channel, they're the most insufferable sons of bitches I've ever met in my life. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for this, but because, I think during the Massa Amini protests, they were siding with the Iranian regime. I sent them a few death threats to say, never fucking talk about Iran again, never talk about the Iranian regime in a good way again. I know I shouldn't have done that, but
they're probably getting lots of threats from Iranian people. Look at this guy. He's putting the Iranian flag like 1,000,000 times in the comments section.
Go
Code
fuck yourself.
stinks,
If you're
someone
Iranian,
said.
let me just say something like to this son of a bitch. If you're Iranian, I just want to tell you this. Kiriye Khamenei as dahanan nanat dabia. That means take Khamenei's dick out your mother's mouth. It's much more insulting in Persian because we never swear. So I figured if there's any Iranians that actually support the Iranian regime, you should know that. Look at this dumbass. The illegitimate flag.
Free Israel from terrorist attacks.
We love you, Iran, and your Persian body is awful, buddy. Okay. To each his own. Everyone has their own opinion. Any other questions?
Iran just had its Pearl Harbor. I mean, nobody died. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Pearl Harbor. Drop a super chat. Ask us some questions. Ask any questions about the Iranian situation to him.
Eagle, I love Iran. We all love Iran. Okay, that's why we are against the Iranian regime. They're the illegitimate regime. That has to die. I swear to God, I hate it when people conflate loving Iran with loving the regime. It's ridiculous. Children are being blown apart in Palestine, and you think Israel are righteous. You do realize collateral damage happens in a war. It's sad, okay? It's sad. When innocent people die, it's sad, okay? But it happens, and Hamas has to die. Hamas started this war. That's all
Exactly.
they
They
asked
don't
for.
even talk about how Palestine attacked Israel first. They just cry and say, "Oh, poor Palestine." Well, maybe they shouldn't have been the aggressor in the situation. Drop a super chat. He's Iranian, Persian. He'll answer whatever questions you guys got about the whole conflict and about the situation.
Hamas did start the war, you jackass. It's called October 7th, okay? Oh, and don't give me that bullshit about the blockade, blah, 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 blah. The blockade began once Hamas came into power. It was a response to Hamas taking over Gaza. So don't fuck with me on this. Look at these
Thank you for
dumbasses.
subscribing, Pete. 1948. Now they're saying all this bullshit.
Like almost 100 years ago. Imagine your argument is you don't have any argument, and the arguments you do have are so faulty that you have to bring up events from like almost 100 years ago. Fuck off.
I know, it's freaking ridiculous.
This idiot said go learn history. What? I know my history, but seriously, like, if you think that history has anything to do with the war today, you're deranged. You're crazy.
Someone
No,
said
this
your
is
argument is 3,000 years old. If you guys have any actual good questions or things you want us to debate or talk about, drop a super chat. But 99% of you guys are trolling.
people who say that. Okay, for that person that said my argument is 3,000 years old, that argument is only brought up whenever Palestine idiots say that, oh, 1948, this happened. Okay, if you're willing to bring something up that happened like almost 100 years ago, why not bring up events that happened like almost 3,000 years ago? Jackass. Return to Russia and Ukraine, bunch Khazar. What the fuck does that mean?
It's not a troll. We're very serious here. Anyone that actually wants to ask any questions to a Persian man with his family living in Iran, anybody wants to ask any questions about the war, drop some good comments, drop some super chats, hit the like and subscribe button, join the Discord, link in bio. I don't see any serious questions. Let's talk about. Here's a good question from Pete. You guys should talk about how the regime affects the people living there. Let's talk about that a little bit more.
Oh man! Once I get started, I'm gonna rant. Are you okay with me ranting?
Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
Okay,
They're saying
I
you've been
wrote
very
it down.
enlightening.
By the way, KO asked me if I hate Israel. I love Israel. I fucking love Israel. We love Israel. Okay, so anyway, here's my rant. Let me just bring it up because there's so much. There's so much. My God, there's a reason why we hate the regime. Don't think we hate it just because it's the thing. It's when we're not like the West, where as soon as, no offense, I don't mean to be trashing the West so much, bro. But like I'm whenever I'm trashing the West, it's mainly the liberals. You know what I mean? Like, so don't take it personally, okay?
Yeah, I'm not taking it personally.
Yeah.
I agree with everything you're saying, brother. I honestly
Yeah.
agree. But someone said hi from Israel. We love Iran. Much
Oh, we love
appreciated,
you too,
brother.
brother.
Yeah, he
We
said
love
he
you
loves you
too.
too. Yeah.
But yeah, we aren't like the West where we just hop onto the new thing and without even thinking about it. You know what I mean? Other than 1979, but that was ages ago. When the fuck did I write this stuff? Oh, here we go. Sometimes no, that's not right. I'm looking for
This
it. I'm
is the
looking for my.
Iranian. He said, "Where is the Iranian?" He's right here.
I'm right here. Whatever. I can't find it. Okay, I'll just go off memory. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Looking.
How are you going to tell him what he is? They're saying you're not a Persian. What a bunch of trolls in the chat.
Dumbass. Oh, here it is. Okay. The reason we hate the regime, okay? The regime wastes trillions of our dollars, okay, on its terror proxies. It's turned us into a pariah state, while the regime simultaneously lines their own pockets, okay? Trillions are poured into a nuclear program that we don't want or need, okay? Nobody asked for this. Nobody wanted this other than the idiots who support the regime. So nobody wanted this. This is a ridiculous nuclear program that's isolated us even further. What else? Oh, this same nuclear program hasn't progressed anywhere in almost 50 years. Okay, so fuck off. We don't need this nuclear program. Our regime is spending so much money on these godforsaken programs while children are starving in the streets. We don't even have clean water in our capital. Okay, just want to point that out there. And this is what the regime is spending money on. The skies are literally gray. I've visited Iran multiple times. What's this? I've visited Iran multiple times, and in the capital city, there's gray skies. And you know why there's gray skies? It's because of the corruption and pollution that's happening. And the corruption, the reason, this is the way the corruption contributes. People who oversee power plants and all sorts of technologies that emit fossil fuels, they go up to these companies and they run checks, see if everything's working right, ensuring that fossil fuels emissions are kept to a minimum. But they go in, the companies bribe them, they take the bribe, they turn a blind eye to whatever system failure that's going on, and it pollutes our skies. There's unfinished buildings everywhere, even in our capital. Unfinished buildings everywhere. They're straight up abandoned construction projects. It looks like a hellscape. It looks like it looks like it's already been bombed. I gotta say, that's what it looks like. The economy sucks. In many ways, it's gone back. This is a good one that I should mention.
Someone said
The regime.
15,000 Jews live in Iran. Sorry to interrupt you, but do you think that's true? 15,000 Jewish people in Iran?
I don't believe that.
Why? Do they get persecuted there?
Well, it is actually a country of like almost 90 million. So, but if 50,000,
no, 15,000. 15,000.
15,000. No, that's a more believable number. But still, I don't even believe that.
Do other religions there get persecuted?
No, but if you are a Muslim and you change your religion, you won't be persecuted by the regime, but the radical Islamists will come and kill you, and the regime won't do anything about it, won't do anything to stop it, investigate it. The perpetrators won't get in trouble.
Multiple people are common. 15,000 Jews live in Iran. Also,
Okay,
another person
15,000
asked another question I wanted to ask you that someone commented. Have you been to Israel before? They wanted to know.
Oh no, but I would love to go. I would love to go. By the way, okay, 15,000 Jews in Iran in a population in a country whose population is like almost 90 million. Okay, that's nothing. There's way more Muslims in Israel than there are Jews in Iran.
They want to know, are homosexuals persecuted in Iran? That's my friend commenting that over and over again.
Yep, they're killed. They're killed. They're killed. That's the sad truth.
Yeah, I had someone on here earlier a couple of days ago. He's never been. He's a Turkish guy, but I don't think he's ever been to Turkey before. But he was claiming that Palestine supports homosexuality and that they have leftist liberal groups there, and I just started laughing, dying when he said that.
Deranged. Man, if you're in Gaza, they throw you off a building if you're gay. They throw you off a building. What is this quiz for Palestine shit? Yeah, at first I found it funny. Like I was laughing my ass off when I first heard it. Okay, and I was like, oh my god, these guys are in for a rude awakening. They wait until they find out the truth. But then in recent days, I've started seeing videos where LGBT people they know what happens in Gaza if you're gay, and yet they choose to support Hamas anyway. They choose to be pro-Palestinian anyway. And it baffles me. It's insane.
They can't even go there to support them because they'll get killed instantly.
Exactly. You know the idiots that went to Egypt to cross the border? Man, part of me was hoping that they made it past the border so they would get thrown off the building. Man, I'm cool. I can see the look on your face. You're like, holy shit.
No, it's kind of funny, but
Man.
yeah, it's a little bit cruel.
Yeah, it is. But no, seriously, like, it's insane though what they support, what these far left lunatics support. This guy was Ukrainian yesterday. What? Who, me?
Never. I don't know what he's talking about. Some of these comments just literally make no sense.
Anti-genocide. Oh my goodness. There's a difference between genocide and war. You know that?
If you guys want us to talk any discussions, or if you want to ask us any questions, super chat, or please drop some more intelligent questions.
Oh, one thing that I didn't mention that I wanted to mention. The regime leased off a giant portion of our fishing waters to China, which many Iranian fishermen make a living off of, which they need to make a living off of. They're fishermen, okay? And whenever they go down to their fishing waters to fish, the Chinese fishermen come and shoot them. And now they have no food down there. It's insane. Asking about the past of Iran, the first Shah. I don't know ancient history, dude. Why don't we? Oh, why
Protest
don't
for
Iranians
change.
protest for change? We have. We get shot. We get hanged publicly. It's
My
not pretty.
Iranian friend told me this one thing to look up. I think it was like the Iranian Coast Guard or some guard that was killed or something. He said if they ever ask you about that again, pull this image up of this guy.
Wait, could you repeat that? What?
My Iranian friend, I forget what he said, but I told him about them saying, "Oh, what? If there's no protests, yada yada yada." And I said they'll get killed, and he said, "Prove it," or something like that. And he said, "Show them a picture of this guy from the Iranian Coast Guard or some kind of guard." He said that was murdered that tried to protest against the government.
It happens to everyone. Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe there. Even if you work for the regime, you protest against the regime. It's wild.
It's like the
Bro got
liberals
no
just
proof.
don't
Bro,
believe it. They're
search it
like,
up.
"What? We can't do a no kings protest in Iran. We can't do a no kings protest." That's just a joke. You know how they're having like the no kings protest against Trump on his birthday?
It's a bit weird, isn't it? Like he's not a king, man.
I mean, they all
I think
got
they're trying to say.
Trump got all the Democrats to call him a king on his birthday. I think it's pretty funny.
That is. Oh yeah, it's like a compliment. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. Yeah.
I mean, I saw a meme like
Funny.
that. They are
Iran
delusional
was.
gay/lesbians need to go to Gaza or Iran. Yes, the LGBT protest here in America. I wish they would move to Iran or Gaza. They don't realize how lucky they have it in America.
It is baffling when people really act like their lives are the worst in the West. Man, I've got a saying: the worst isn't the worst because it can always be worse. Like you can be a starving African child in some poor, desolate African country. Like, don't stop complaining about how tough your lives are. Stop with this victimhood. Hell, even as an Iranian, many of us, many Persians, we don't act like such victims 24/7. Yes, we are victims of the regime, but we move past it. You know what I mean? We make a better life for ourselves. You know what I mean? Like we don't focus on it 24/7. We only focus on it when time calls for it. You know?
I saw one good question. Does Iran have any churches in it that you know about, like Christian churches or places like that, or
They
temples
have
for Jewish
churches, but
people?
I don't know about temples for Jewish people in Iran, but I'm pretty sure there are churches in Iran. But again, If you're Muslim and you convert to anything else, to Christianity, Judaism, anything, you'll be hunted down by the extremists, and the government, the regime, won't do anything to stop them.
Someone said they checked. There is indeed 600 churches in Iran.
See? So.
Point proven, guys. If you don't believe me, we got a fact checker in the comments.
Seriously, someone buy this guy a Trump hat that fits this guy.
Well, drop me a super
Does it
chat. I'm
be?
actually going to get a new hat. I know this one's been crushed in the suitcase a bit.
Yeah, it does look a little flat, yeah.
Yeah, it's been crushed in the suitcase. I can't even fault them for their troll comments. But we also can't pretend that they don't hate Donald Trump. Are most wars started because of religion? I don't know. I think most wars are started because of land disputes or government issues. Not religion, but there are lots of religious wars, so don't quote me on that. What do you think? What's your
Especially
opinion?
back in the day.
Sorry?
During ancient times, there must have been a lot. There was a lot of religious wars, but nowadays, a lot of countries are secular, so it doesn't really happen that much. Look at all the triggered little communists.
Canada, Israel.
I should be looking for his real father. Oh, do I not fit your warped reality of what an Iranian should be, supporting their regime and everything? Fuck off.
In Afghanistan, there are 9 synagogues, someone said. Shout out Houston, Texas.
Guys, to combat all these trolls, these communists, put down crowns in the chat. Put down crowns, type up crowns, the crown emoji, to symbolize the Shah, to symbolize the king, the constitutional monarchy.
Crown
That's our
emojis,
true.
guys. Crown emojis. Spam the chats. Crown emoji. China, why are you in Iran? Great question for money. They're trying to stick their grubby hands in every country possible.
They're trying to turn the whole world communist. Fuck off, it ain't gonna happen.
It blows my mind when I see liberal Democrats openly supporting the CCP. It's like, bro, go live in China. They'll gladly accept you.
Someone wrote down, bro doesn't know what communism is. You don't have to study all sides of communism to know it's a failure of an ideology, a failure of how to run a country. It's just a genocidal, diseased ideology. You don't have to know every single side of communism, every aspect of it to know that it's a failure. Just like fascism. I don't know every single side of it, but I know that it's a shitty ideology.
We still got crowns coming in. Toronto
Beautiful.
dump.
To everyone that's putting down a crown emoji,
Russia isn't playing Peacock. Is playing Peacock. What the hell does that mean? Okay, they're trying to show how strong they are, maybe, but without actually doing anything, basically. I think that's what he means.
look at this idiot that says you should be embarrassed. I should be embarrassed? You should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed, you overgrown cockroach. What the fuck is wrong with you?
He supports the regime in Iran, apparently, and communism, and hates Trump, and burns the American flag, and he waves a bunch of other countries' flags, while at the same
No,
time
I'm not
living in the
Arab, I'm
basement.
Iranian. Somebody's asking if I'm Arab. No, I'm Iranian.
Israel. Someone commented a bunch of Israel flags. Shout out Israel.
Beautiful. Shout out Israel. Shout out Bibi. Shout out the Israelis.
This Iranian is
Oh,
a
and
patriot.
yes, I am. Yes, I am. Proud one at that. People believe in
Someone
communism,
commented
believe.
Israel and India are the same. That's actually hilarious that so many Indian people support Israel. I don't know why. It's funny to
Oh,
me.
yeah. I thought they meant the same country. I was like, what? No, I think they mean they're in the same situation. Got it.
I
No.
mean, Pakistan nominated Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize. Well, they recommended him for a Nobel Peace Prize for solving the conflicts between Pakistan and India.
Oh, he did? I didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah, they did on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter. I mean, it was the official government of Pakistan. They said they nominate Trump. Or they recommend Trump is
If
the official word they use for a Nobel Peace Prize.
if
This
if Trump takes down the Iranian regime, then he'll go down in the history books as one of the best leaders in history.
this
I mean,
Nathan
truly.
guy is saying Iranian supporting Israel, laughing emoji.
Not sure what he's laughing at. I mean, when you do the research, it's not that surprising actually. Like a whole bunch of us, like the majority of us, are cheering over this. Okay, so do some research if you're genuinely curious as to why. Do some research. You're laughing at me? Okay, laugh all you like. Hey, how's Solar Money, huh? He's down in the ground. What about what do you call it? What's that Hamas leader's name? The
I don't know.
Sinwar. That's right. How's Sinwar? He's dead and buried. Cope and seethe, you sons of bitches. Cope and seethe. There's a special place in hell for you.
Who is this guy? King Pahlavi.
King. Oh, that's the name of our king. Like the Shah. His real name is Reza Pahlavi.
And he's the guy that you want to be in power now instead of the current supreme
Yep.
leader?
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Man, we all trust him with our lives. Like, you know what my road to recovery is? Like, what my vision for how to, bring back Iran to the greatness it once had. Like, you know what my plan is to make Iran great again? Shut down this nuclear program. Stop sending money to terror proxies. Uh, Lower taxes so that this way more companies will be inclined to come in. They'll be incentivized to come in, invest, create more jobs, and we'd be a great ally of the West. We'd be a great one.
Someone said, don't you remember the last time the United States overthrew the dictator in Iran and put a puppet regime in? Or a puppet Shah or something, he said.
We all make mistakes. Come on, no country on earth has a clean slate. Okay, every country on earth has done has a questionable history, has done shit in its past. Okay, so we all make mistakes, but it's okay to make mistakes as long as we learn from them.
We all made mistakes. Why does this guy keep asking if I'm black? I'm putting you in timeout. You're kicked out. You're spamming the chats. Israel and India don't keep their promise. Wow, ouch. Just reading a comment. What the heck? We stand with
Mickey, and did you
Iran.
know
Iran
how?
helped India more than Israel ever did.
Mickey, did you know that Khamenei is always licking his own ass? Did you know that? Uh, what's a good insult? I'm thinking of a good insult. I can't think of any. Nothing's coming to mind.
This Indian guy keeps spamming. We stand with Iran. Iran helped India more than Israel ever did. Stop spamming the chats. We got the message, buddy. 80% of the country voted for what these guys are talking about, as did I. I think this is an American guy. Yeah, I 100% agree.
Proud of you, bro.
Shout out to Iran from liberal communist to New York. Amazing.
Hopefully it gets better. I just really, really hope that these communist brats don't take over America. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are the champion defender of freedom, liberty, democracy, capitalism. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. And I know that these are not, perfect ideas. These aren't. These may not seem like heavenly ideas, but they're the best ideas we've got. They're the best systems we've got to ensure justice, liberty for all.
Someone said it's like a Nazi talking to a Jew. Well, that's really freaking stupid, buddy. We're on the same political page. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you guys actually want to say something good, drop a super chat. Don't just drop stupid troll comments. And if you're going to troll us, at least drop it in a super chat. Don't just spam it over and over and over and over again.
Tom Duck. No, I'm Christian. I recently converted. Well,
were you Muslim before, or?
to be honest, I don't know what I was before. I'm still trying to find out what sect of Christianity resonates with me the most. But yeah, I stand with the Iranian people, not the regime. Nice, beautiful, beautiful. All reasonable people do. You
Someone
got deported,
asked, do
no?
people respect the USA? That answer says no.
We like the USA. We like the USA, but man, sometimes you guys, with all the shit that we see come out of the USA, like especially with these libtards, it can sometimes sour our taste. It leaves a sour
Oh
taste
yeah,
in our mouths.
libtards leave a nasty taste in the back of your mouth. I can absolutely understand.
And it's not 100%. It's not all the time just libtards, but sometimes conservatives can make wrong steps too that we
Read
dislike, but
this
nothing that
Denise
would make us.
comment. I'm sorry, that shit is funny. Sorry to
What
interrupt you,
happened?
but that Denise comment is hilarious. But continue what you were saying about how Iranians feel about Trump, or not Trump, but about America, not Trump, America.
Although we really dislike libtards, we don't hate them. We hate communists. We hate the far left. Okay, but although we dislike libtards, there are times when the conservatives in America can, piss us off, but nothing that would make us hate them either. Like Trump, not that long ago, he floated around the idea of changing the name of the Persian Gulf, which alienated a lot of Iranians and really, really annoyed me.
It's now the
But
American
again,
Gulf,
nobody's
just like the
perfect.
Gulf of Mexico is now the American Gulf.
No, I'm fine with American Gulf, but like regarding the Gulf that's south of America, okay, that's south of the USA, okay, but like regarding the Persian Gulf, I mean that really has nothing to do with the USA. I mean it's such a needless change too, but again, nobody's perfect. It's fine, and it's not like he did change the name, so it doesn't matter. But like again, we still love Trump. I love Trump personally, but again, nobody's perfect, and I accept that. You know what I mean? I
Absolutely.
think
Welcome in,
mainly.
Fat Blue Crab. This guy's Persian, Iranian, whatever you want to say, but he's talking about the whole Iranian conflict and his perspectives on it. This is my friend. That's why I'm addressing him specifically. Fat Blue Crab. They want to know the longest time spent in Iran. You can answer this if you want. You don't have to. It's not a super chat. If you want the question answered, drop a super chat. Maybe I'll answer, maybe he won't. It's called
I don't know
jokes.
why you
He's a
wouldn't want to know.
strange
It's a very odd
Iranian,
question.
someone said.
How am I strange? Because I hate the regime? That's not strange at all. That's not abnormal at all. It's a very common opinion among Iranians.
The left in
When
America hates to
you,
believe that Iranians would hate their own government. They're like, no, they love the government. That's why they don't protest against it. And that shit is super freaking hilarious.
it's insane.
Doesn't even give a
I hope
reason.
so
Just
too,
says,
Sean.
nah, you're weird.
I'm weird. Okay, all right. We're all a little weird. So, odd question. If you're speaking much on the regime, I'd expect you to have some actual life experiences with them. I do have some, but I don't know if I want to share them. Yeah, a
Jack
little
can't
bit
even
personal.
wrap his mind around that you can't protest against the supreme leader. He's like, bro, just do the protest against the Iranian government. Please let the people do the protest. Like, what do you guys not
We've done it
understand?
so
You'll
many
get
times.
murdered and killed right away.
We've done it so many times. We will get killed. Man. Oh, by the
We
way,
don't
I gotta
hate
hop
the.
off
Someone
in.
said we hate the LGBTQ. Well, I personally don't hate them. I just think it's hilarious that they support radical Islamic countries and act like they're best friends or something when Islamic radical countries would murder and kill you and push you off a building in 2 seconds. It's just facts. It's not about
They're not with
what
you,
I hate.
guys. They're not with you. They're they're not with you. So don't try to delude yourself into thinking that. Hey, by the way, I think I might get off in like 20 minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
How's that for you? Yeah?
That's
Alright.
that's good. They're asking why you're not wearing a MAGA hat. Well, he lives in Sydney, so maybe that's a reason. I don't know.
I would love a MAGA hat, but I live in Sydney. I don't live in America. I would love to visit America. I mean, I love your country. You know, one of the things I love about your country the most, it's not only the fact that you guys are the champion defender of democracy, freedom, and I know you guys are a republic, but come on, that's a form of democracy. But we're splitting hairs there. But anyway, one of the things I love about America is that, uh, especially like after World War II, you guys brought democracy to so many countries that were batshit evil, batshit crazy. You guys brought democracy to South Korea, to what do you call it, Germany, Italy, um, a bunch of countries. Man, I love you guys.
Thank you, man. Much appreciated. I'm just laughing at this one comment. They said they'll mail you a MAGA hat. Well, he might take that offer, actually. He's probably just trolling. Oh, someone asked, did deportations? Guys, if you want, we'll talk about this a little bit if he's interested in it, but drop a super chat if you have a subject you want us to specifically talk about or any requests. Or if you have a really, really good question, we'll talk about it. It's a constitutional republic represented under a democracy. Love obesity and supermarket scooters. Yeah, America is pretty obese.
You guys are fat asses.
This Tom Pepin guy said, I'll send a MAGA hat. I mean, I know him personally. I think he actually would send you a MAGA hat.
You want to
I
send me
did
a MAGA hat? Oh, I'd love that.
I did not vote for that man.
But but seriously, like you don't have to. I mean, like there's really no point because I don't live in
He can't
Australia.
vote
So,
in
I'm sorry, I live
elections.
in Australia. I don't live in
So
America. Wait, what did you say?
I said you can't vote in America since you're not a citizen. I mean,
Hmm. Yeah. But I'd love the gesture. You know what I mean?
bring back Elon X Trump collab. Hell yeah.
What happened with that? Like I heard about it. That those two fell out. But what was it like? What was the reason? What was the core
Okay, let me
reason?
tell a story. So I think Trump was already telling Elon months ago. He's like, we're gonna cut the tax incentives for electric vehicles. We're gonna cut all these electric vehicles first things in the government. And I guess Elon freaked out one day. Maybe he was on ketamine. Maybe he was. I mean, he's admitted to taking ketamine, but the
He's
mainstream
autistic a little
liberal
bit. Yeah.
the mainstream liberal media has said, "Oh my God, he's a drug addict. He's taking mushrooms, MDMA." I mean, to be fair, ketamine is actually legal in the U.S. You just have to do like therapy treatments, like under with professional doctors. I think they administrate it with an IV into your arm at somewhat lower dosage than like the average like drug addict ketamine user. But ketamine is legal if you get it prescribed by you by a legal doctor or a therapist. So that's fair, whatever, whatever. But people were saying he was doing mushrooms, MDMA, all kinds of different things. Honestly, he should sue them because he posted a drug test. And yes, I realize a drug test, those drugs only last in your system for like 1 or 2 days, maybe 3 days. So yeah, I understand the drug test is pointless. Also, it could be faked. But he posted a drug test on Twitter. But basically, yeah, they're going back and forth on Twitter, back and forth. Trump went on the news and said he really hates how Elon is acting. Elon was mad about Trump's big, beautiful bill. I mean, there's some things in that bill that I disagree with too. Like, one of the things is like, oh, we won't make any laws against AI for 10 years. Also, there is something with Palantir saying that they're going to spy on America and they're going to have all these new things with taxpayer money to spy on Americans. And to be honest, there's already something called the Patriot Act. This was like in 2010, 2011, 2012 that they had this thing where they've been spying on Americans illegally for like you know pretty much 10 or 15 years now, which they've already been spying on Americans like illegally for 10 or 15 years. The government has like they'll read through all your messages, they'll legally look on your social media, all kinds of stuff without you even knowing about it. But no one's ever been persecuted or prosecuted for them illegally looking at what's going on, because that's against the Constitution and that's against the law. So they can't really charge you with anything like that. Shout out Edward Snowden. Yeah, he's the one that exposed all this. I don't know if you know about Edward Snowden, but
Not a big fan of him. Not a big fan of him.
really,
Well, whistleblower. Look, I think one of the reasons, I can't remember what it was that I didn't like about him. It happened so long ago. But I remember that he moved to Russia. He fled to Russia, and he exposed some stuff that was really damaging to the U.S. reputation. So
I
that
mean,
kind
I don't
of
think he exposed anything bad. The only thing that he exposed was that they were spying on us illegally, unconstitutionally.
maybe
Which,
I'm confusing Snowden with someone else. Yeah, maybe
yeah, there was
that's the
another
case.
guy that got exposed. The WikiLeaks guy. I forget his name. He was exposing U.S. war plans and military combat plans. I'm against that guy because there's no reason to expose the U.S. military. I mean, I don't agree with war, but you shouldn't be exposing another country's war plans and not expect to be hit with.
Oh, Assange,
Julian,
that's the
yeah,
guy. That's the guy I
yeah.
didn't like. Yeah,
Maybe
I
that's who
don't
you're
like him.
confusing with. Yeah, I don't
Look,
like him either.
the thing is, like, the thing I love about another thing I love about the U.S. is that you can expose injustices in the government without facing any persecution. But Julian Assange, the way he went about it was he was caught red-handed. That was A, and B, he leaked it out to the entire public. It was pretty much a gift to all of America's enemies as like to use as a propaganda tool. You know what I mean? Um, all of America's enemies use this information to shit on America for their propaganda purposes. If you wanted to expose such war crimes, there's other ways of doing it than just going to the media immediately. Um, so yeah, that's why I don't like him.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't really like him either, and I don't think he got that long of a prison sentence anyway. Sam
Mm.
commented, Iranian officials would love a ceasefire. They are quite literally playing Hitler right now. Great comment, but drop us some more super chats, Sam. Much appreciated, my friend. What do you think about that, though?
That Iran
It's playing
wants
Hitler.
ceasefire.
Would
Oh,
love a ceasefire. They're quite literally playing Hitler.
what do you mean by playing Hitler? You mean like they? What do you mean?
I don't know, trying to take over the world, killing Jews. Maybe he can tell
Oh,
us. I'll
okay,
let him tell us.
okay. Because I was like,
Drop
what
us
does
a super
ceasefires have
chat
to
and
do
tell
with?
us exactly what you mean by that.
Because I was like, what does ceasefires have to do with Hitler? But anyways, yeah, the regime today is like a modern day Nazi party. It's like a Third Reich, Fourth Reich, I guess. Oh, fun fact: Iranians are the true Aryans. Like the name Aryans, that's what you associate Persians with. You know what I mean? So it's a fun little tidbit. But anyway, the ceasefire. They want the ceasefire because they're afraid. They're afraid, and right now they're crumbling. The leadership has been bombed, killed. They're falling apart. They want the ceasefire so they have enough time to regain their forces, to get organized again, and get back to war. That's what they want. If you want my opinion, strike while the iron is hot. Take out this regime.
Strike while the iron is hot. So what do you think
Yep.
America should do? What should Israel do?
Kill the supreme leader, and the entire thing comes crumbling down. The supreme leader, as far as I know, he hasn't picked a successor. So, and considering all the leadership is in disarray and so much of the leadership has been taken out, everyone's scared of taking up higher positions because they're scared that they're going to get bombed, they're going to get killed, assassinated. So already it's in disarray. If the supreme leader falls, and since, to my knowledge, he hasn't picked a successor, if he dies, the entire thing falls apart. The entire thing will fall apart if the supreme leader dies right now. That's what I believe. That's what I believe.
So how is he hiding out, or do you think he'd be easy to kill, or is it going to be a
He's
struggle?
hiding. 100% he's hiding. What do you think, dude? He's obviously
I think it's going to
hiding.
be a struggle, like impossible, pretty much. They're just going to have to bomb a bunch of random places and hope and pray. And even if he does die, maybe they'll lie and say, "Oh, he's not dead," and someone else will slip in power. It might be hard.
Maybe. I don't think of that.
They could just
What
be
do you
like,
mean
"Yeah, he's
elect a
still
new
alive.
leader?
He's still alive," and the entire time, someone else will run the government.
Yeah, I think that's a possibility, but because of how disorganized everyone is right now, that would be very hard to do, especially to find a new leader that everyone agrees upon. That would be very hard to do. By the way, Oliver Brown said they will just elect a new leader. What do you mean elect a new leader? In fact, we don't have free and fair elections in Iran.
These people have no brain cells. Average liberal comment.
This person's just misinformed, or maybe he's confusing Iran with Iraq. I don't know, or maybe he's just trolling. I don't know. Look at this Jew supporters. Every sane person is a Jew supporter. Well, I mean, like, well,
I'm sick and tired of hearing that. Is that why you're a loser? Is that why your life sucks? Because it's the Jews? That's a hilarious cope out.
always they use the Jews as a scapegoat. It's wild.
Yeah, that's why their life sucks. That's why they gotta blame everything on the Jews in Israel. It's
It's wild.
hilarious.
It is. I like these comments. Like, oh, what's this? Oh, great, you're the most authentic fascist.
Jew
Okay,
and MAGA. He's not Jewish. He's Iranian, and his religion isn't Jewish. He's not an Israelite or whatever you want to call it. Israeli, whatever. It's not okay to be anti-Semitic. Absolutely, it's not okay. Someone drop a super chat. Super chat, super chat. Anyone that they disagree with, the liberals or the far left, they just like to insult them. That's their only defense mechanisms. It's hilarious.
let's see if I can get any more. What do you call it? If you want, I can show you some of the most insufferable shit Code Pink has done while we're waiting for good questions to come in, to roll
Sure.
in.
If you guys have any great questions to ask this Iranian man right here, drop a super chat. Super chats are taking priority over any question. I will read every single super chat, every single question that's dropped as a super chat. If there's a bunch of other dumb questions, I'll probably not get to those. Super chats are priority. And everything will be read out loud. I had someone drop something really funny and inappropriate the other day about some weird sites. That's all I'm going to say about some weird sites.
Now you got me curious. What sort of weird sites?
Like a X-rated site. Someone asked, "Is he Iranian?" Yes,
Ooh,
I've said that.
I am Iranian, dipshit. Some guy saying he's not Iranian. I am Iranian, dipshit. Man, it's like saying just because you disagree with the regime, you're not of that ethnicity. The fuck? A gay Iranian. He must have been a number boy. What does that mean?
Liam, I thought you were a cool guy. Why are you hating on him? I thought Liam was a cool conservative Trump supporter. This guy doesn't agree with the regime. Why are you getting so salty?
I don't know. Maybe my face pisses him off. Who knows?
Let's hear your Farsi. Drop a super chat if you want to hear it. You guys are requesting, asking so many questions, so many dumb questions. He already spoke earlier. Drop a super chat if you actually want to see something. If you want him to speak in Persia, then yeah, or Farsi, whatever you want to call it. I think it's Farsi, right? That's how you say it.
Yep.
If you guys want him to speak, drop a super chat. One guy said, "If you're Iranian, I'm from the moon." Damn, the liberals are mad.
They are. They're so triggered.
Julian Assange, what about him? Why insult this guy? Gentleman is a common sense guy. If you guys want to know about the internet in Iran, my friend is there right now, and she's telling me it's running extremely, extremely slow. You want me
Why
to
would
say
I
it
be
again?
ashamed?
My friend in Iran, she said that the internet is running very, very slow.
Yeah, it's dropping off in and out, in and out. For the most part, it's just
Oh
not
yeah,
working.
okay. I thought you were saying I was dropping in and out.
Oh no! I mean like the internet, yeah. All right, fine. If you guys, so many people don't believe that I'm Iranian. Okay, let me just say some stuff in Farsi. سلام خوبی کیریه رئیسی از دهن ننه دبیا مگبر دیکتاتور. What else?
This
And
guy has
nothing's
the
coming from my
president
mind.
of China as his profile picture. He asked, "Is there a considerable opposition movement within Iran?" Sorry, I'm stuttering like our previous president, Joe Biden.
What was the question? You broke up.
Let me scroll back up to it. Is there a considerable opposition movement from within Iran?
Yes, massive. The Massa Amini protests speak for itself. But the thing is, with the opposition, although the majority within Iran support the Shah, not all opposition groups are, what do you call it, are unified, like work together that well. But for the most part, a lot of them are coming together because right now they're seeing this as the biggest chance to take out this godforsaken regime.
There's at least 5 comments claiming you're a Persian Jew.
Nope. I recently converted to Christianity. And before that, I was really nothing.
No more war, someone said.
No. I want more war. More war. Keep killing the Basijis. Keep killing the regime. Please, on behalf of all Iranians, more war. Sometimes it's necessary to defeat evil. It was necessary to defeat communism. It was necessary to defeat fascism. And it's necessary to defeat this crumbling theocracy. So please, more war. Kill the regime. Because if you
Abolish
don't, it's just going to come
taxes.
back.
Now that's something I can agree with.
Hmm?
Someone said abolish taxes.
You need some taxes, like for public services, but just very few, very little. I mean, for the army, you need taxes. I mean, how are you going to pay the army? You know what I mean?
Only Jew will want war on Nazi. What a stupid question. What a stupid comment, I mean. It's not even a question. Iran.
I'm the fascist. What the fuck are you talking about? We're not living in the slavery days, my boy.
Days, my boy.
I never said that.
I don't even know
When
what
did I
to
say
say to
that?
Someone commented Iranian propaganda.
Oh, you mean from the libtards in the comment section? Okay.
Maybe. I have no clue what they're even talking about.
That's the only thing that would make sense, because we're not saying anything that's pro-regime.
Someone says America hates your BS. Well, the majority of America voted for exactly what both of us are saying. So
Exactly.
let's not forget that Trump won by like 10 million more votes than Harris. Let's not forget that, liberals.
Did you see that ad that Trump released with Kamala Harris's voice, in AI? It was so funny. Please say you've seen it.
I don't know. There was a lot of funny ones. I saw one where Trump was saying, it was on Cinco de Mayo. And it's still catchy into my brain today, but I can never find it. I try to look it up on YouTube. I wanted to play it on Cinco de Mayo again this year, but I couldn't find it.
Let me try and find it. It is so funny. It was during the election. I laughed my ass off. I'm sure you've seen it. It was one of the most popular videos he released.
I'm not making any
By insulting
propaganda
a
against
local
Trump. I love Trump.
We all do.
They said, meanwhile, Iranians in Iran are in love with Trump and Netanyahu.
Yes, we do. We love Netanyahu. Love him. Again, like my personal feelings with him, like at first it was a bit 50-50 because I heard that he was a bit corrupt, like domestically, like within Israel itself. Like apparently he was trying to turn it into an autocracy, which I don't like. But uh, then he stopped. Then all that domestic stuff went away, and he seems like a more sane individual now. You know what I mean? I loved him. I loved him from day one since he started attacking Hamas, since this war began. I've never hated him. We've never hated him.
Prior to 79, Iran was a happy country until the Muslims took it over. I hope it returns to its former self.
I agree. We completely agree. It needs to return to its former self. This constitutional monarchy needs to return. What was the... So y'all are for Israel? Yeah, of course. We are all for Israel. We love Israel. Some people are, in fact, grabbing popcorn and watching the bombs fall. Because again,
Go watch the
nobody...
Bibi Files. What the hell is the Bibi Files?
It's got a nice ring to it, though. The Bibi Files.
A super
Bibi.
chat is a donation to the channel, someone asks. Who cares an American and a Jew think? Who cares what an American and a Jew thinks? Neither of us are Jewish. And only one of us is American.
I got that Jewish nose. No
Diddy,
offense, my
question
Jewish
mark.
brothers. Here it is. Here it is. I found it.
Arrest Bibi and the entire lobby.
Not gonna happen. Dream on.
They're asking if
Wait.
you're Jewish again. No, he's not
No.
Jewish.
I got a Jewish nose
He's
there.
not an Israeli. He's not Jewish by religion.
Show us your Grindr profile. Who do they keep calling gay?
That's all they do. Every time I live stream with another man, the Democrats join in and they say gay, gay, gay. Don't the Democrats love gay people? Calm down. Don't use it as an insult. Your whole party loves it.
Hypocrites, that's what they are.
How are you a Christian?
I recently converted.
It is Democrats. It's leftists, liberals, Democrats, whatever you want to call them. All the same thing to me.
KO asks, what do you think of the genocide happening in Gaza? It's not a genocide, it's a war. Okay? Just because you're losing a war doesn't mean it's a genocide. It's a war. Collateral damage happens, okay?
I love how all these people are asking about Palestine, but no one's concerned about the hundreds of thousands, if not over 1 million deaths in the Ukraine-Russian war, and they're crying about 60,000 Palestinians. What hypocrites.
I know, right? Again, some other idiot is saying it's genocide. No, it isn't. It isn't. It's a war. Collateral damage happens. Regarding Ukraine, that's another thing that I also disagreed with Trump on, like how he treated Zelensky. But, at least he didn't abandon him completely. But, But again, nobody's perfect, in my opinion. We
I
all have
thought
our
it was pretty
disagreements.
funny, to be honest. I kind of agree with him that he should be more thankful. And I do hear a conspiracy theory. Many people say that he's a cokehead, Zelensky.
Oh, no, that's definitely not true.
You don't think so?
That's 100% he's not a cokehead. Maybe he was in his past life, I don't know, but I definitely he's not. I don't think he ever was. Especially now. Most of it's been debunked as Russian propaganda. But regarding whether he
Tens of thousands of dead kids, collateral damage. Well, I do feel bad for all those deaths, but that's war for you.
Yeah, and it's not Israel's fault that Hamas uses human shields. What do you think is going to happen in a war, especially when the enemy uses human shields? What do you think Israel shouldn't fire? This will just give them the incentive to do it even more often. If that tactic of using human shields works, all the terrorists across the globe are going to employ this tactic. Saying no to war, Jesus wouldn't support it. I agree, Jesus wouldn't support any death, but wasn't there like what do you call it? A story about how Jesus will come down to earth and go to war with the devil or something like
Yeah, I
that?
think
It's
that's in Revelations or something like that.
yeah. So I don't think Jesus would support all wars, but sometimes war is necessary, dude. It's an ugly truth. It was necessary against the fascists, the communists, and
Here's a good
the
question to your
deists.
guest. How do you feel about the future of Iran?
If this regime falls and is replaced with the
Israel?
monarchy, it's
I'm just kidding.
no, Iran. If Iran's regime falls and is replaced with the monarchy, then the future looks bright. The future looks really bright. But if it's not, it's going to be so much more worse. It's going to be so much more worse. The regime is going to clamp down on all dissent. They're going to purge the people of whoever they think betrayed them during this time.
Someone said Israel wants Iran. We've known it for quite a while.
What's he want for what? If oh my goodness, that is the most retarded comment ever. If Israel wanted more land, they would have expanded north, south, east. They wouldn't have jumped 2 countries over and onto Iran. Come on, don't be stupid.
What kind of question is this, Chris? They're Muslim. What do you think?
Well, fun fact: the majority of us are converting to Christianity now. It's the fastest rate in the world. Like, I don't think it's a Christian majority country yet. I think Muslims still dominate the country, but we are converting at a significant rate. Iran kicked Trump and Bibi's ass. How?
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 No people died in the United States military base. Actually, I heard the strikes didn't even hit the base. They got took down before they
Even more
even made it
embarrassing.
there.
Even more embarrassing. This one.
Persians love to
Yeah.
drink and dance. That's why you're converting.
Don't Muslims love to dance? I know that they don't love to drink, but don't they love to? I don't know. Who knows?
We are Muslims and we voted for Trump. Thank you.
Not all Muslims are bad. Many of them are good. I mean, just look at the UAE, United Arab Emirates. A lot of the people there are Muslims, although it is sort of like, authoritarian there too. For the most part, the people are nice, you know what I mean? They're not all crazy leftists. They don't support terrorism. So, yeah. No, it's not genocide, you jackass. Oh my goodness. Okay. You want to, give these idiots, you want to school these idiots on what the definition of genocide is, or do you want me to do it? Someone has
You
to
can do it. You can
educate
do
these
it.
fools.
You can educate these fools. Someone said Muslims voting for Trump is like Turkish voting for Christmas.
Are you Zionist? Yeah, hell yeah, we're Zionists. Zionism is just basically the belief that Israel should exist. Israel has a right to exist. That's it. That's it. Anyway, onto the genocide thing. Genocide is when you deliberately target a group of people for their beliefs, their race, when you deliberately go after them and kill them, okay? That's genocide, okay? But Israelis, they're not deliberately targeting civilians. Hamas uses civilians as human shields. But Israelis are blocking aid. That's what happens in war. Do you think Israel should let the enemy? Do you think Israel should supply their enemy? Come on, they're starving. Well, Hamas has to starve, and okay, sometimes people need to suffer in order for good to prevail. Like, let me try to think about this.
Let the
How do I
children
put this?
eat.
How are you going to ensure that the food goes to the children? That's the problem. In order for people to, like the French Revolution, yeah, the French only revolted. Okay, they hated their monarchy, but they only revolted against their monarchy once they were starving, once they were suffering. Okay, sometimes suffering has to happen for people to rise up. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. If it's an ugly truth, okay, it's sad, but it's an ugly truth. If the Palestinians suffer enough, hopefully they might rise up against Hamas and make this whole conflict easier. Plus, that's not the only reason that the aid is being blocked. Okay, the other reason that aid is being blocked is to stop Hamas from getting supplies, getting food. It's gonna starve these bastards out.
Reading some of these
This to me,
comments. Why would they hate Hamas?
what?
Someone
Why would we hate
commented, why would they
Hamas?
hate Hamas?
It's a terrorist organization. They did October 7th.
The
They
Democrats
started
love
this whole
Hamas.
war.
That's why they're asking.
Don't say Democrats. That just alienates the country even more. That
Okay,
divides the
not
country.
Democrats. The extreme
Communists.
leftist. We'll see the
There,
leftist.
there you go. You want to unify your country, make it strong. The world needs a strong America.
Okay,
But
well, let's
yeah,
say the extreme leftists love Hamas.
they love Hamas, don't they? Um, but
But
yeah,
Hamas doesn't
it's
love them.
no, they don't. They would rather throw them off buildings.
Someone said, watch the Bibi Files. You will learn a lot. A
Yeah,
constitutional republic.
yeah, that's what I would love. I would love that.
We're not Jewish, so we can't tell you what Jews think of Mormons. Sorry, my friend.
We always, as Americans, support the underdog. Hey, that's not a good thing to live by, because the Palestinians are the underdog against Israel, but that doesn't mean the Palestinians are the good guys. Yes, they're suffering, but their regime, the regime that governs the Palestinians, they're not the good guys. They're terrorists.
People don't know Hamas broke the ceasefire on October 7th still? Question mark.
Palestine has been occupied for 60 years. For fuck's sake. What do you mean occupied for 60 years? The Israelis left in, what was it, 2005? Yeah, they left in 2005. They left Gaza in 2005. Then Hamas took over, and then Israel instituted a blockade. Okay, so don't
Submit.
complain about any occupation.
Submit. If you want me to watch the Bibi Files on the live stream, then you can drop a super chat right now, and I'll do it later this live stream after he leaves. October 7th, 1948.
To the people that's saying okay, Israel occupied the West Bank. Okay, when Israel left Gaza, look how that turned out. Hamas took over. If Israel leaves the West Bank, then Hamas will take over the West Bank. That's why Israel hasn't made the same mistake with the West Bank. That's why they haven't left the West Bank. Okay, why would why should Israel make the same mistake twice? Huh?
No
No,
submit.
no,
No
seriously.
submit.
Seriously. Guys, answer me this question. I mean, don't I make a good point, Tom?
They're blowing up children. Every war is blowing up
Collateral
children. What
damage.
about Russia and Ukraine?
See?
These 17, 18-year-old people, sometimes younger, are dying in the war. No one cares. They only care about Palestine because that's what the mainstream liberal media tells them to care about.
What do you mean they never left? They did leave in 2005, or was it 2006? One of the two. They left, Hamas took over, and then Israel, in response to the Hamas takeover, they instituted the blockade.
Someone said, "Yep, you make a great point," and then a liberal or a leftist said, "Nope, liars, never left, never left." She's getting really angry.
Go on. Elaborate, please. No. Look, I'm not going to tease you. I genuinely want to know what you mean by never left.
Submit
Free from Hamas.
with that name. No offense, that sounds like you're in India. I don't think it will super chat. That's a very Indian name. And a lot of Indians, not to throw anything out there, not to throw any racism out there, I don't think they would leave a super chat. I'm sorry. India is not exactly known for being a high GDP country. But Indians are some of great people, some great Indian food I love. So it's nothing against you personally, but I just don't believe you would drop a super chat. Every single super chat I've gotten, I always take the request. If they want me to play something called the Bibby Files, sure, I can do that. But I don't think it's going to change my mind about anything. It's probably some conspiracy bullshit video on YouTube.
USS Liberty, oh my goodness. Accidents happen, okay? And mistakes happen again. And it can be really disastrous mistakes, but they happen, okay? And that was ages ago, right? As an American and an Indian Jew, I'm Iranian, you jackass.
You're not Jewish.
Indians.
Don't forget that part.
And I'm not Jewish either. There's nothing wrong with being Jewish.
Maybe you are Jewish because you corrected the Indian part.
Maybe. You're monsters. You think kids dying is normal. Kids dying in war is normal.
Yes, Indian. Wow, shout out the Indians. I was wrong. What part of India are you from? They did drop a super chat. They proved us wrong. As an Indian, can you please tell us? Because lots of Indians actually support Israel, and I'm really surprised. Why? Can you tell us two things? Why do they support Israel, and do you support Israel? Sorry, I went brain dead for a second. I was reading some comments.
We
Now
all
watch it.
support Israel.
You should pull up the Bibby files
Man,
for
don't
us.
you have anything better to do?
Pull up the Bibby
Don't you have
files.
anything better to do than yell "Free Palestine"? Come on,
40
man, it's just embarrassing.
Hindu Stan bucks is like $1. Whatever he just donated was like $1 in US money. I'll play it though. Either he'll play it or I'll play it. The Bibby files. You wanna break down some why this is bullshit? Or do you just not
I don't know
want
what
to
the
see
Bibby files are.
I think it's some video on YouTube. Try to look it up. You have your computer right in front of you. I'm interested what they're talking about, the Bibby files.
What Bibby files?
They're making more jokes. They said that you practice judo.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's what I'll give it to him.
Oh, it's an actual thing, the Bibby files. It's like a movie
Is it like a
or
YouTube
documentary.
video or what is it?
It's like a 1 hour and 53-minute documentary. I'm not watching this shit.
We're not watching all that shit. Play a minute or two of it.
An inside look into the corruption charges against Israeli Prime Minister. Okay, so yeah, that's what I mentioned in the very beginning. Like, the reason I was 50-50 on him is because his alleged corruption. But I was never against him because of the war in Gaza. No, fuck, he's an amazing leader, and ever since then, I've loved him even more.
I will just play a clip
trailer.
of it. Play a minute of it. I'm really interested what it says. We're not going to watch the full thing, obviously.
Man, my chair needs to be fixed.
Just play like 2 minutes of it or something like this because I'm really interested what they're going to talk about. I don't know about the corruption.
כלפיך זה אם קיבלת איזושהי טובת הנאה עלתה, או מבני משפחתך, בעשור האחרון מאנשי עסקים בעלי הון. הדבר הזה שהוא מטורף בהסדרות וסקרי עולם, והם מנסים כאן להפעיל ראש ממשלה משטויות. This case, the facts are really simple. The Prime Minister and his wife are getting gifts. And on the other side, Netanyahu did favors. Government officials are not allowed to take gifts. This is corruption.
What did they say? He took bribes? Money?
Apparently he took money, but like, okay, no, that's not a reason to really hate him. That's not really a reason for foreigners to hate him. They're just using this against him to drive up the hate. In fact, I don't even want to finish the video because the entire comment section, this is just, fuel for these sons of bitches to turn people against Israel. So I don't even want to finish the video. If that's okay with you.
That's enough now. I get it. Oh, he took money. He took money. I mean, there's a war going on. He's being attacked by multiple countries at once. He needs money. I mean, maybe he's a big billionaire rich guy, but it doesn't matter how rich you are. In any war, if you're getting attacked, you need more money.
I agree. But, I don't think America should finance it all the time. I understand that America has its own problems, but it's never going to be. No country is ever going to be without problems. I think there has to be a government overhaul. Oh wait, no, Musk just did that, so there's no point. Well, I guess you could divert some of the military budget to foreign assistance. That would be a wiser decision, because the defense budget of America is already through the roof. It's almost $1 trillion. So I guess you could divert more of that funding to your allies. Yeah, this way your social services wouldn't suffer. What do you think? You're an American, not me.
I don't want them to fund so many wars. Honestly, I disagree with America funding Israel so much and also funding Ukraine, but I definitely support them. I support them, Israel, definitely, but I don't want people to die, and I don't want the U.S. to fund people. So that's pretty much my only two things.
I agree. Well, let's agree to disagree on that, actually. But I respect your opinion.
Someone said something about Hamas took over the Gaza Strip in 2007, seizing power from Fatah in a brief civil war.
Yep, exactly. So that's why it was blockaded, Gaza.
Someone said, is Iran I think this is just another stupid freaking joke, because I'm guessing America is the number one consumers of meth. But someone said, is Iran the number one consumer of meth in the world? I highly doubt that. I'm pretty sure America is.
Well, I'm gonna look that up. I know that there is a lot of people doing drugs in Iran, and it's mainly because they're suffering a lot from the regime. They want an escape, and due to the censorship, they can't really escape into movies and TV shows that they like that much. And a lot of it's propaganda. So
Welcome in, Lunchbox. I made you a moderator if you want to get rid of any of these bots.
oh yeah, please do. Especially these Free Palestine idiots. I've already debunked their lies multiple times.
He's spamming, so yeah, I'll kick him out. Google improve it, someone said.
Iranians do math.
It's all about the money, someone said. Gargle, gargle.
Opium is. Yeah, it's a serious problem, but it doesn't say that it's
the number one.
the highest. Yeah, it doesn't say that's number one.
The Palestine bots hit the chat.
Wait, you guys hate Palestine? Yeah, even I'm Iranian, and we Iranians do not like Palestine. Did you know that right after the revolution, Palestinians, the regime brought in a bunch of Palestinians to come kill anyone who stood against them? Seriously, that's not a lie. That's one of the reasons why we Iranians hate them. Why we Iranians don't give a shit about them. Like I understand, like Palestinian civilians, okay, they're fine, but the fact that the majority of of those people support Hamas, it sickens me to the core.
Yeah, I agree. Why do Iran give them weapons then?
It's the regime that gives them the weapons, not the people. The people are against our own regime. We Iranians are against our own regime. Let me just reiterate that. We Iranians, 83 million people. Aryan monolith. We don't kill kids. Well, kids die in war again. Does this ever get repetitive for you? Because I feel like I'm repeating
Very,
myself a
very,
lot.
very repetitive. If you guys want to say anything new, drop a super chat. But someone said that's why we love Iranian people. I don't know what you're
Thank
trying
you.
to say there, but
Oh no, I wasn't saying anything. I was just saying what you were saying.
no, I'm saying the comment when he said that's why we love Iranian people. Maybe it's because you said they don't support Palestine or all of that, and they're against the regime. Israel created Hamas. Look it up.
That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. That's the most ridiculous lie I've ever heard in my life. You are a traitor. The traitors are Khamenei. The traitors are Khamenei and his hordes. It's not me. I'm a patriot. Okay. The traitors
Honestly,
are the.
they might even be talking about me because whenever they see a guy
Oh,
wearing a
okay.
Trump hat, they're like, "You're a traitor! You're a traitor!" Like
Okay.
that's all
So I
they
shouldn't
say
get
to
that
me.
worked out.
But I don't
Okay.
know who they're talking to.
There were a lot of Iranians on the street supporting the government a few days. Let me just also put this out. The people that you see on the streets that support Iran, okay, these videos that are coming out of Iran of people on the streets supporting the regime, those majority of those people are not even Iranian. They're freaking migrants from different
Yes,
neighboring
Chris.
countries.
Sorry. Chris asked a
No,
few
that's okay.
super chats. Will I ask Chat GPT or Grok if Israel created Hamas? Sure. If you super chat, I will. Live here on stream, and we can talk about it. Long live Iran. Sure.
Long live Iran as a free constitutional monarchy, not in the state that it's right now. The regime has to die right now. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. It was important. Ah, shit.
Sorry. You were talking
No,
about
no,
the
it's
people on
okay.
the street. People on the street that are
Oh yeah, pro-regime. Yeah,
yeah.
they are. They're not even Iranian. They're from neighboring countries that the regime has brought in to shore up support, internal support, because the regime's internal support is so little. Okay, the regime has actually reached out to people in neighboring countries that actually support the regime. So they bring them in. So this way, internal regime for the support artificially comes up. You get it? Please say I explained that correctly. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I'm reading
Yeah.
another comment though. You guys overthrew the Shah and elected the regime yourself.
We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. My family wasn't pro regime. Oh wait, no, one of them was, but then they changed their mind after a year. But my family was mostly pro Shah. But oh yeah, regarding the people that support the regime in Iran, yeah, they come from neighboring countries, and a lot of these people, the few Iranians that actually do attend those protests, those pro-regime protests, they're either paid by the regime or they're prisoners, like murderers and stuff, that have been offered lighter, what do you call it? Yeah, sentences. Yeah, lighter sentences if they attend these pro-regime protests. And the regime really scrapes the bottom of the barrel. They bring in pro-regime Iranians from all corners of the country they can find to make it look like a giant rally. Trust me, these
At
people
least
are
the
in the
majority
minority.
of your youth seems woken up to the regime, though. That's what someone says in the comments.
That the majority of the youth seems woken up? Yeah. The majority of the youth in Iran have woken up to the regime. They hate the regime. We hate the regime. Sorry, I'm just reading this other comment here. What is
Oh.
this guy talking about? Most Iranians support... No, most Iranians do not support the government. Fuck off. Bro, you don't even know what Zionism is. Man, that's such a difficult word, Zionism.
Zionism. That's the liberals. I mean, not the liberals. The radical leftists, whatever you want to call them. Favorite word.
Just say lefties. We all know you mean the radical lefties.
Lefties. Yeah, the lefties love to use that word. Zionism. Can't blame the auto pen for this one. You're talking about Joe?
Can someone ban ZMXB? He's just trying to piss me off. He's putting kissy face on the word Khamenei. Someone please ban him.
What does that
Iranian,
mean? What does that mean? That's something bad in Persian, I'm sure.
Khamenei is the supreme leader. Well, the first supreme leader. Khomeini. Yeah.
Zionism is imperialism. Not that hard.
No, it isn't imperialism. Fuck, you guys don't even know what imperialism means. You know what the best way to identify a communist is? It's by listening to the way they talk. Whenever they say imperialism, you know it's a commie. You know it's a commie. Because that's their favorite word to toss around. Even more than Zionism. They love the word imperialism. They don't even know what it means, but they just say it constantly.
Where do you live? Bibi's got to page you. So this guy is a Jew? No. Once again, for all the new viewers, he is not a Jew. He's Persian. He's Iranian. He's not a Jew. Thank you. They're correcting them in the comments.
Oh, man. How is calling someone a dictator an insult of someone? That doesn't make any sense. What?
I lived in the Middle East. All these bots are stupids on the comments.
Someone wrote nuke Israel. Israel will nuke you right back. Man, these people are crazy. Why is this guy an expert on Iran? I'm Iranian and I've done studies on it. And I'm a really huge history buff. Like a massive
Iranian
one.
for Jewish imperialism. You guys are jokes. So he's Iranian, but for Israel.
Yeah, all of us Iranians, especially the young ones, love Israel. You guys want criminals out of the country, but you voted for... Oh, he's talking to you, I think. You want to respond?
Yeah, Trump won by millions of votes. I don't really have much more to say than that, but if you want to discuss about it, drop a super chat out. I can go into detail about this for 5 or 10 minutes.
Trump is the legitimate leader of America. You guys have elections. You guys get to pick who your leader is. We don't. So take pride in that. You see how he defends Israel? Well, yeah, they're the good guys. Adoy.
This guy really hates Islam in the chat.
It's understandable, but at one point I hated Islam as well, but then I met a few, Muslims that were pro-Israel, that were sane,
Hi,
that weren't just,
Canada.
And then I began to realize, maybe not all Muslims are bad. Maybe it's just maybe I've just been exposed to the wrong kind. Murderous mentality. No, it's called sane mentality.
Iran has Uncle Toms too. Yesterday they were calling the black dude Uncle Tom. That was on my show. That's crazy. Now they're calling you Uncle Tom. So he's not Muslim? No, he said multiple times he reverted to Christianity. Christian.
No, I'm Iranian, but I don't live in Iran right now. That's why I have internet. NC underscore pyro. Okay, Shekel boy. Admit formerly racist.
Boy.
Okay. What? Okay, all right. So you've never had any racist thoughts? Okay, that's a. You are 1 in a billion. You are 1 in a billion. No, as a matter of fact, you are 1 in a trillion. Everyone's had racist thoughts at one point. Okay, fuck off.
Someone said you made the terrorists.
No, our regime made the terrorists. The Iranian regime made the terrorists. I've got to hop off, and I can stay for another 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shekel boy. That's such an anti-Semitic name, honestly.
It's a funny name though, but it's see, I
He's
like.
Persian.
Yeah, I'm Persian.
One in the
I consider
comments
myself a
asked.
comedian, and I take a lot of insults as jokes. I mean, you never know when people are saying something from the heart or out of hate. You know what I mean? That's why I always take every comment with a grain of salt, because I don't know where they're coming from.
If he's Jewish, then why are you hating on Jewish people so much? Shekel boy.
I think it's just a joke. He's an Italian Jew. Well, that's unheard of.
Thank you, man. Hit the like and subscribe button. Drop some super chats. Persians are smart, intelligent, good people. Agreed.
Thank you, bro.
Yes, I'm
Fuck off.
American.
No. Hopefully the Islamic Republic dies. Don't say long live to that shit.
Another radical leftist.
Try reading comprehension there, buddy. Who, me? Okay. I'll take your advice.
I say drop super chats. That's who says drop super chats. If you have any questions, he's gonna hop off the live stream in like 10 minutes, 8 or 10 minutes. A few more minutes, guys. So if you have any more questions for the Iranian Persian man right here, same difference, but you know what I mean. If you have any questions about the Iran conflict from a Persian guy, please let him know.
On behalf of all Iranians, we love Israel and America. Even though America can sometimes piss us off, we still love you guys.
Not sure what this comment means. Someone said, Grok, did Israel support Hamas to counteract the PLO? What's the PLO? Do you know?
I always forget. Palestine Liberation. No, I can't remember.
Yeah, if you guys want to let us know what the PLO is, would be much appreciated. Thank you, Ovek, for the super chat. Much appreciated, brother. This is an Iranian right here. He's giving you his perspective of the whole conflicts in the Middle East. Please let us know if you have any questions. Feel free to drop a super chat if you have any questions. I've never spent any time in Great Britain more than 4 or 5 days. So neither of us have,
Let's see. No, not to my knowledge. Israel didn't support Hamas to counter the PLO. In fact, it seems like they'd much rather work together. I mean, no. The idea, no, it's unfathomable.
What is the
The idea
PLO?
that
I
Israel
don't
would
even know.
Palestine Resistance Organization. Based on the name, it sounds like it's a similar terrorist organization, but still one and the same. Israel wouldn't support one terrorist group that wants to destroy them with another against another terrorist group that
Okay,
wants to
Chris.
destroy them.
Chris
It doesn't
wanted
make
to
any sense.
ask Grok. So could you ask Grok the same question? I'm sure Grok will say, yeah, they did. A super chat is like
No,
a
they don't.
donation chat, basically. Bro said you would ask Grok with a super chat. Do you still want me to ask Grok, Chris? Because I know what Grok is going to say. It's going to say exactly what you said. Yes, they did. But let me ask you this. Do you think everything Grok says is 100% accurate and correct? Drop a super chat if you guys have any questions you want me to ask him. He has to leave soon, but he's an Iranian and he'll give you the perspective on the war. Like I said, I don't even know what the PLO is. He was the one that was discussing it, so I don't want to have any opinions on it. You can Google the same question then. It's legit. They did support Hamas. So what's your point you're trying to make, Chris? Is there any other questions you want me to ask him or ask Grok for him? Drop some super chats. Let me know, guys. I appreciate Chris's super chat, but I think we just disagree about some things. You're frozen still. Okay, now you're back.
That it was. Let's humor the idea that it was. In the scenario that it was, whatever it was that Israel supported, they would have no idea that Hamas would have become what it is today. But that's me entertaining your idea. But no, they never did support Hamas ever.
He said, "Look it up on Grok or something." What is PLO? I still don't fully understand what that PLO
I
is.
just said Palestinian Resistance Organization. It's
Okay,
like
sorry.
armed militia. Yeah. I've heard of this like multiple times, and I did research on it before, but I totally forgot about it. It's kind of been brushed away.
Palestine Liberation Organization. Sorry, I said the word. Palestine State Police.
Guys, I'm not here to talk about Palestine. I'm here to talk about Iran. If you have any questions about that, let me know, because I'm
Please,
leaving in
questions
3
about
minutes.
Iran. Enough questions about damn Israel and Palestine. Okay, Jim, thank you. We understand. Ask questions about Iran and the conflicts in the Middle East, but enough about Palestine, please.
I'm sick of hearing that word. I hear it on the streets every day. Ugh, it sickens me. I
Do you
already don't
guys have
like it.
Americans living in Iran? Well, Americans need visas to visit Iran, so, and I don't know how many, if there is any Americans living in Iran, but he can answer the question. He's the damn Iranian. What do you think? Any Americans living there?
I would advise Americans not to come to Iran. Because the regime is crazy. They will turn a blind eye to any radicals that come and kill you. In fact, they might come and kill you and hold you hostage. So, don't do it. Wait until this regime falls and is replaced with the Shah. Man, the Shah, he's amazing.
Is Iran scary to live in?
Yeah, it's a fucking dictatorship. So you beg your rulers to implement imperialism? Motherfucker, you don't even know what imperialism is. Okay, fuck off. Do they hang gay men in public for being gay in Iran? Yes, they do.
This guy says he wants to come to Iran soon. I mean, I want to come too, but not during the regime and these conflicts happening. It's too risky.
No, seriously, for your own safety, don't. And if you're really that insistent on coming to Iran, at least wait until everything cools down. But even then, I would highly advise you not to come. This regime needs to fall. It must die. Yeah, Israel and Iran were allies pre-1979. Best friends. And a lot of us Iranians remember that. Iran is beautiful, but not as beautiful as it once was, and it's not a safe country. Not at all. I do miss a few things about Iran. The sweets, oh man, I do. The food there, it was very nice. What else? I liked the culture. You could see that despite the regime's efforts, the people still held a close bond over their ancient history. You can see it in their houses. Tom, you look zoned out. You look pissed off and zoned out.
I'm neither. I'm listening.
But yeah, you can see when you go into people's houses, you can see all these artifacts. It's very beautiful. Why hasn't the Iranians stood up to this tyranny? We have multiple times. It's not easy. We get killed, gunned down, publicly hung. Yeah, the people are great. It's just the leaders that fuck it up for all. Hopefully, our Shah is returned. Again, for those of you who are just entering, the Shah is Iran's word for king. Shah is Iran's word for king. You know how like Russia has Tsar for king? Yeah, like that. You are not. Oh, fuck off. You don't even know what you're here to talk about. Because I've said everything I needed to say. I'm hopping off soon. Listen to this one. The Iranian people need rednecks. Wish I could help you, friend. Yeah, we could really use the aid of some Americans down here with their shotguns. What's your best Southern accent?
I don't have a good Southern accent. I'll be honest. I
Do
try.
it. Come on.
I'm from Florida, so I should have a Southern accent, but I really don't have a Southern accent.
America.
Oh, bro. Y'all down here, down there, y'all need to come down there. Something like that.
Well, I'll say no. That's Fargo and Leghorn.
We'll do another live. He can hear my accent. Yeah, sometimes me and Tom Pepin TV go live. He has a great Southern accent. Tennessee man from the South. He has a great Southern accent, really. Way more authentic.
Hey, Shekel Boy, if you want me to answer that question, donate to the chat. Go on.
Donate some shekels. Come on, super chat.
Give me some of that money.
Super chat if you guys have any questions. We're about to wrap out. He's about to head off. Any questions for an Iranian about the Iran conflict or the war? Please let him know. Also, Tennessee man. Shout out Tennessee. It's your own travel. Duck Dynasty. Have you seen that show? Southern.
Pray for the regime to fall and peace to ensue.
Y'all need to work on your grammar and chat. Maybe you can go get your GED at 40. I don't know if you know what a GED, but that's like a high school diploma that you can do at like an alternative type school. It's not as good as a high school diploma, but that's like when you drop out of school and you have to go get that later on in life.
One more minute and I'm out.
He'll pray for
I'll
you,
pray
Chief.
for you, Chief. Thank you, brother. Wait, I don't know who that's for, but either way, if it's for
It's
me
for the
or for
Iranian
you.
people. Or maybe he
Oh,
just
thank you,
hates me
brother.
and thinks
Thank you.
I'm stupid and retarded. He needs to pray for me. But either way, we appreciate that.
Yeah, we do. Thank you, bro.
His name isn't Grok. Grok is the AI. I think he thinks your name is Grok. I don't know though.
Me? No, my name is
Yeah.
Sam.
They said thank you, Grok. They keep saying Grok. Well, your new name is Grok.
I'll accept this new name with honor. Pray peace for Iran. No, peace will come when the regime dies. Keep going to war.
Any
Look,
more super chats before he logs off? Or any more questions? Drop super chats. He's about to go. God bless you,
and God
Sam.
bless you, Tom. God bless you, brother. God, go back
Go
to Tel
back to
Aviv. I would
Tel
love to
Aviv.
visit Tel Aviv. I would love to visit Tel Aviv. I've never been to Israel, but I would love to visit. Stay triggered.
Peace, y'all.
Okay, I'm gonna start wrapping up. I'm gonna make my final
Alright, man.
message for all the newcomers before I leave. On behalf of all Iranians, we love the West. We love Israel. We love Bibi. We love America. Even though America can piss us off sometimes, we still love you guys. You guys are the champion defender of democracy, freedom, liberty, capitalism. Mwah! Love you guys. Love Trump. We hate our regime, and we hope you guys continue this war against the Iranian regime until the Iranian regime falls. That is the message on behalf of the Iranian people. I'm Iranian. I'm Sam. This has been great. Love you guys. See you guys.
Peace out, man. Thank you for joining.
Thanks, brother. All
Good
good.
luck. God bless.
Good. If you ever want to invite me again, let me know, yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah, you're a great guest. Thank you for your time.
All good.
Lots of great
All
inputs.
good, brother.
Peace out.
Thanks. See ya.
See ya. He was indeed Iranian, but I guess you guys are really pissed off for whatever reason. His name wasn't Grok. His name is Sam. But if you guys want to call him Grok, he said he'll love that new nickname, I guess. He'd love that new nickname. Now, if anyone wants to drop a super chat and ask me about anything about the chat, let me know. Talking like he's going back when it's free. He probably will go back when it's free, but he's not going to live there permanently. Grok just wants to live. He has a Persian last name, by the way, but I'm not going to dox him like that. He's not living in Iran right now, so he doesn't have to bunker down, but he has lots of family in Iran. But thank God he made it out of there. He's not there right now, you know? So no worry, guys. Hit the like and subscribe button. Drop some super chats if you have any questions about our whole conversation. I'll answer for you. That's an interesting question, but you gotta drop a super chat if you want me to answer. He's not Jewish, he's Iranian, guys. Come on. Or maybe because he doesn't want to live under a regime. Alright, guys, I think that's it for right now. Unless someone wants to drop a super chat, we can keep the conversation going for a little bit more. Shekel Boy, I was letting him speak, but hope everyone hit the like and subscribe button. I'm ordering a pizza for you. You hate the regime as well? Wonderful. Hit the like and subscribe button, guys. I think that's it for right now. I appreciate everybody. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching.